In the vast theater of human existence, a common tragedy unfolds. Individuals are ensnared by desires unfulfilled and tormented by the very aversions they wish to evade. Such is the plight that befalls us, a testament to our inability to discern the essence of virtue from the shadows of vice. This, however, is a fault not unique to the individual, but shared amongst us, a collective blindness nurtured by the world's encouragement to remain ensconced in ignorance. Yet amidst this common folly, there exists a cadre of enlightened souls. These individuals, though few, illuminate the path of wisdom with their understanding that true good lies only in that which is necessary for virtue, and that the whims of fortune, so often feared, are but phantoms in the grand scheme of existence. They are beacons of light in the pervasive darkness, distinguished not by fortune but by wisdom. It is to this esteemed fellowship that you are invited. As you lend your ear to these words, let them not merely pass through the ether, but resonate deeply within your being. For within the teachings of Stoicism lies the potential not just for understanding, but for transformation. Embrace this philosophy, and you too shall rise above the mire, a testament to the enduring power of Stoic wisdom. In the profound reflections of Seneca, we find a beacon guiding us toward a life unshackled by the commonplace bonds of desire and fear. He illuminates a path where, by aligning oneself with the sage's wisdom and stepping away from the tumultuous throng, one embarks on a journey toward unparalleled freedom and serenity. In this state of wise solitude, the limitations imposed by conventional pursuits dissipate, revealing a realm where all endeavors are met with success and no external force can hinder one's volition. Life unfolds in harmony with one's deepest intentions, untouched by the unforeseen calamities that trouble the unwise. For in wisdom, one anticipates and accepts the flow of existence. Seneca further articulates that the essence of temperance is not in the relentless pursuit of more, but in the contentment with what is. It is a call to embrace simplicity, finding sufficiency in the present without being ensnared by the ceaseless cravings for what lies beyond reach. Courage, as he describes, is the fortitude to face and transcend our fears, not by evasion but through confrontation and understanding. These virtues, together with wisdom and justice, forge the bedrock of a tranquil mind, a sanctum of deep peace and unwavering stability. This tranquility of mind, as Seneca professes, is not a fleeting oasis but a lasting state, achievable through the diligent cultivation of the core virtues. It is a testament to the power of Stoic philosophy to transform the tumult of existence into a symphony of serenity, guiding us to a life marked not by the pursuit of external gratifications, but by the richness of inner peace. Peace of mind, or tranquility of mind, represents a state of profound inner calm, untouched by the discord or turbulence of external circumstances or internal emotions. It is not characterized by an absence of emotions or an indifference towards the experiences of life. Rather, it is defined by a deep-seated sense of security, love, gratitude, and freedom, devoid of turmoil or distress. This state of being allows for an individual to navigate life's complexities with a sense of clarity and balance, ensuring that one's emotional state is not easily swayed by the vicissitudes of fortune. In the quest for this serene state, the wisdom of choosing a guiding figure, a kinder, more relatable mentor, cannot be understated. This mentor, chosen for their embodiment of the virtues one aspires to, serves as a beacon of inspiration, guiding one's thoughts and actions towards higher ideals. The presence of such a figure in one's life acts as a moral compass, offering a tangible example of virtue in action. It is through their example that we learn the importance of accountability, recognizing that without a standard or a model to measure ourselves against, it is challenging to correct our missteps. The metaphor of needing a ruler to straighten what is crooked applies profoundly to our moral and emotional lives. Just as the soul benefits from the presence of a respected and admired mentor, so too does it thrive when it can emulate someone of esteemed character. This mentor acts not only as a witness to our actions, potentially curbing our baser impulses, but also as a sanctifier of our inner shrine, elevating our moral ambitions. Having such a guide reinforces the understanding that our actions are within our control, even in the face of strong passions, fears, and desires. With a figure of virtue to reflect upon, we are reminded that we possess the capacity to assess and, if necessary, recalibrate our responses to emotional stimuli. This process is integral to cultivating peace of mind, as it allows us to maintain a sense of equanimity amidst life's challenges, fostering an environment where our soul can flourish in tranquility. The journey toward mastering one's impulses and shaping one's preferences is neither swift nor straightforward. These aspects of our nature, deeply ingrained and often reflexive, present formidable challenges in our quest for self-improvement. Impulses, those sudden and unpremeditated urges, demand immediate attention and can be tempered only through diligent practice and foresight. Our likes and dislikes, those tastes that form the bedrock of our individuality, are even more resistant to change, requiring persistent effort and time to mold. The Serenity Prayer offers profound guidance in this endeavor, encapsulating the wisdom of accepting that which we cannot change, the courage to change what we can, and the insight to distinguish between the two. This mindset is crucial for those who aspire to live by virtue, enabling them to lead lives of happiness and fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. Such an existence is predicated not merely on an appreciation of virtue, but on a deep, abiding love for it. This distinction is critical. While liking virtue is commendable, only a profound love for it can transform one's life, imbuing even the most mundane aspects with significance and value. Virtue, thus embraced, becomes a source of blessing and abundance, redefining notions of wealth and success. It equips one with an inner tranquility that surpasses that of any adversary, even in the throes of torment. This resilience is not innate but cultivated through consistent practice and reflection, a process that can be greatly aided by maintaining a daily journal. The act of journaling, regardless of the method, be it writing, typing, or dictation, serves as a powerful tool for self-examination and growth. A mere 10 to 15 minutes each night can serve as a beacon, guiding one's thoughts and actions throughout the day. This practice not only aids in memory and mindfulness, but also signifies progress on the path to virtue. Thus, the discipline of daily reflection, anchored in the evening ritual of journaling, becomes a cornerstone in the edifice of a virtuous life, one characterized by serenity and a profound sense of purpose. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a profound shift in perspective, one that moves from an inward focus on the self to an outward focus on community and integration. This reorientation of our viewpoint is a potent antidote to the anxieties that arise from navigating the complexities of a densely populated world, which can impede the attainment of a tranquil mind. The Stoics were acutely aware of the imperfections inherent in both themselves and others, acknowledging the arduous nature of their philosophical endeavor. They emphasized that a life dedicated to virtue does not entail a withdrawal from worldly affairs, but rather an active engagement with them, infused with wisdom and moral fortitude. Misinterpretations of Stoicism often reduce it to mere emotional suppression, overlooking its rich advocacy for courage and justice. Historical figures like Cato the Younger, who valiantly opposed Julius Caesar in defense of the Roman Republic, and George Washington embody the Stoic ideals of bravery and commitment to principle, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Stoicism teaches that while basic needs, such as food and shelter, should be met, they ought to be satisfied in a manner that is simple and sufficient. The pursuit of excess can trigger a domino effect of detrimental desires and habits, detracting from the essence of a good life, which is found in desiring only what is necessary for well-being. This philosophy holds that true contentment and virtue cannot be derived from the indulgence in excess or the avoidance of discomfort. Instead, they are cultivated through a deliberate choice to embrace challenges and discomforts, thereby fostering resilience and a deeper appreciation for what one has. Ancient Stoics practiced this principle through various means, such as sleeping on hard surfaces or enduring the elements, as exercises in fortitude and simplicity. Such practices are not merely acts of self-denial, but are viewed as opportunities for moral and personal growth, teaching us to value the strength and freedom that come from within. The essence of Stoic practice, therefore, is not found in the renunciation of the world, but in the cultivation of a virtuous life that actively engages with the world in a meaningful and ethical manner. It is a philosophy that champions the development of a mind attuned to the needs of the body and spirit in balance, advocating for a life led with intention, discipline, and a deep commitment to the common good. In our journey towards cultivating a steadfast spirit, it becomes essential to draw lessons from the venerable figures of history. A practice of profound simplicity is proposed, to designate a span of days during which one might subsist on the most modest of sustenance and clothe oneself in the humblest of garments. Amidst this period of deliberate austerity, one is encouraged to confront their apprehensions directly, inquiring internally, "Is this the circumstance I dreaded?" Such an exercise is not merely an act of endurance, but a method of tempering the soul for the inevitable adversities of life, far beyond the immediate discomforts of material simplicity. This austere practice is not a retreat from the richness of human connection, but rather a recalibration towards deriving strength from the wellsprings of inner virtue. The proposition here is clear. A life steeped in virtue not only elevates one's existence, but also enhances the collective human condition. However, our flaws are often acknowledged only at their surface, eluding deeper comprehension of their roots and impact. It is through introspection and mindful contemplation that we become intimately acquainted with our shortcomings, positioning us to address them more effectively. The narrative of Hannibal serves as a stark reminder of the peril of inaction at critical junctures. To cease striving when the tide of fortune could be turned is a disservice not only to oneself, but to the broader cause one represents. The trials we face, be they from external forces like violence, financial ruin, or societal condemnation, or from the caprices of fortune itself, demand a resilience born of thorough mental preparation. We must envisage all possible misfortunes, from exile and illness to warfare and loss, and steel our spirits for these eventualities. True benevolence, as posited here, transcends self-interest, aligning instead with a noble altruism. The essence of tranquility for the sage lies in the daily practice of reflecting upon acts of kindness, both given and received, fostering a profound sense of gratitude. This principle underscores the imperative to extend generosity even at personal cost or risk, for the true measure of a gift lies not in its utility to the giver, but in its capacity to uplift the recipient. Thus, even in offering aid to the impoverished, the act itself enriches the giver, preserving the integrity of the heart amidst material loss. In embracing these teachings, we not only prepare ourselves for the adversities of life, but also cultivate a spirit of generosity and resilience that transcends our individual experiences, contributing to a greater collective virtue. In the tapestry of human relations, the art of giving is distinguished by three tiers of generosity: the necessary, the useful, and the pleasurable. Our first duty lies in providing what is essential for survival and well-being. Following this, we venture into the realm of the useful, offering support that enhances the life of another. Lastly, we explore the domain of the pleasurable, gifts that bring joy and comfort, yet are not essential. Deliberation on the nature and method of our benefactions is crucial. Beginning with the necessities, we address the most pressing needs, for these are the foundations upon which lives are built and sustained. However, we must tread carefully, particularly when the request made of us may lead the petitioner into harm or folly. The plea for what is harmful masquerades as a cry for help, yet to acquiesce is to partake in a false kindness. It is a higher virtue to deny such requests, safeguarding the well-being of another even against their immediate wishes. The complexity of reciprocity in giving and receiving is acknowledged by Seneca, who advises a balance between gratitude and independence. The ideal of generosity does not seek repayment, but rather the flourishing of friendship and virtue. When faced with the dilemma of receiving from those of questionable character, discernment becomes key. A gift from a source mired in vice offers no true value and incurs no obligation. Yet the manner of refusal or acceptance should be guided by wisdom, neither inviting harm nor fostering resentment. To cultivate a virtuous life, one must actively seek opportunities for kindness, considering the capacities and needs of the recipient. This endeavor extends beyond material aid, encompassing acts that enrich the spirit and strengthen the bonds of community. As we navigate the complexities of human interactions, We are reminded that our control extends only to our actions and intentions, not the reactions or behaviors of others. Incorporating these principles into daily life through practices like journaling and mindfulness of opportunities to do good serves as a modern embodiment of Stoic philosophy. The metaphor of a ballgame, playing catch with skill, ensuring the recipient can catch what is thrown, serves as a vivid illustration of this philosophy in action. It encourages us to engage in acts of generosity with attentiveness and joy, fostering a cycle of kindness that elevates both giver and receiver. In this way, the Stoic practice of giving becomes not just an act of individual virtue, but a communal dance that enriches the entire fabric of society. In On the Shortness of Life, a profound reflection on human existence, we are confronted with the stark reality that much of our lives is squandered. It's not the scarcity of time that betrays us, but our management of it, misled by misaligned values and a lack of principled direction. Like ships adrift, many are caught unprepared by fate, their days slipping away in idle distraction. Echoing the sentiments of ancient wisdom, the realization dawns that the portion of life truly lived is in fact remarkably small. The culprit of this widespread malaise is a confusion over what holds genuine value. Society's pursuit of wealth in material possessions, transient and fleeting, is a misguided endeavor, for the only true possession we have is time, a commodity infinitely more precious than the most fertile lands or the vastest fortunes. This realization beckons a reevaluation of where we place our attention. In an era dominated by the incessant noise of digital distractions, where our interactions are often with the personas of entertainers, influencers, and media figures, rather than the tangible beings in our immediate sphere, we lose sight of the essence of genuine connection. Yet the Stoic philosophers, visionaries of their time, offer a timeless remedy to this modern ailment. They understood the value of mental companionship with the eminent thinkers who preceded them, fostering intellectual relationships that transcended the bounds of time and space. By engaging deeply with the thoughts and writings of history's greatest minds, the Stoics found guidance, companionship, and a source of perennial wisdom that enriched their lives beyond the superficial allure of material wealth. This practice of choosing our mentors, be they philosophers, scientists, artists, or writers, with discernment and intentionality, is a principle that holds profound relevance in today's world. It suggests that our digital era's vast information streams and networks can serve not as distractions, but as conduits for meaningful intellectual engagement, provided we navigate them with purpose and discernment. In embracing this Stoic approach to life, we are invited to cultivate our digital gardens with care, selecting influences that elevate our understanding, nurture our virtues, and enrich our lives. By prioritizing these virtual relationships with the same intentionality as we would our physical ones, we align ourselves with a practice of timeless wisdom. This conscious curation of our intellectual and emotional landscapes ensures that our precious time is spent not in idle consumption, but in the pursuit of enduring values and truths, allowing us to live fully the life that is uniquely our own. The contemplation of death, as suggested, serves not as a morose fixation, but as a profound philosophical practice designed to diminish fear and enhance life's appreciation. This approach to mortality is akin to the culinary art of blending diverse ingredients to create a harmonious and enriched flavor, far removed yet evolved from its origins. Just as nature seamlessly integrates nourishment into our being, requiring no conscious effort on our part, so too must we assimilate and transform the wisdom we encounter into an integral part of our essence. The aim is not merely to accumulate knowledge, but to internalize and embody it, allowing it to influence our growth and actions. In addressing the critique that virtue is pursued for the pleasure it might bring, the argument unfolds to reveal a deeper understanding. Virtue, while potentially a source of joy, is not sought for this reason alone. The pleasures derived from a virtuous life are akin to the unexpected flowers that bloom in a field cultivated for grain, not the farmer's primary goal, but a welcome byproduct of their labor. Thus, the pursuit of virtue is not transactional but transformative, enriching the soul beyond the mere attainment of pleasure. The acknowledgement of personal struggles with depression and anxiety, and the subsequent journey toward healing through control, meditation, and cognitive behavioral therapy illustrates the practical application of philosophical principles in confronting and overcoming life's adversities. Stoicism, described here as a lost art, is reevaluated as a vital philosophy of life, comparable to major world religions in its complexity and capacity to provide meaning, resilience, and a framework for living. This reflection on mortality and the essence of Stoicism leads to a broader consideration of human fears and aspirations. The fear of death, contrasted with the fear of pain, prompts a deeper exploration of what it means to live well. The discussion extends to the challenge of embodying Stoic virtues in the face of everyday evils and societal failings, highlighting the significance of focusing on the present moment as a manifestation of control and wisdom. Ultimately, the recognition of the present moment's primacy emerges as a crucial insight, marking a pivotal moment of wisdom in the Stoic journey. This realization, characterized as a real discovery, signifies the optimal use of reason in the pathway to true happiness. Through this philosophical lens, we are encouraged to view life not as a sequence of past regrets or future anxieties, but as a series of present opportunities to practice virtue, cultivate resilience, and embrace the full spectrum of human experience.